You do not need an interface to record into Cakewalk. I got this question from Ed Full Metal Alchemist 31. So I'm looking to the left of my screen in case you're wondering why I'm looking that direction. I connected a Razer headset to Cakewalk. The mic works as far as I can tell, but I hear no sound from my headphones. If I go to drivers, you can see that the mic is checked and works out fine, but the output for the headphones is gray and won't let me select it. Now, I am using a pair of Turtle Beach gaming headset. I bought this for my kids, and I use this sometimes too as well, because I have a gaming channel that I haven't really done anything with yet, but later on, when I get some time, I'm going to get some games going. But anyway, that's another story. In Cakewalk, you know how I do it. I always come back to empty project because I want you to see it from scratch how I'm going to set this up. I'm going to go to empty project. By the way, how are you doing today? I hope you all are feeling good wherever you are in the world. All right. So we're right here in front of my empty project. I'm going to create a new track. But before I do any of that, I want to make sure that my preferences is set up correctly. So if you don't know how to get to preferences, go to edit, down to preferences, or if you want to, you can press P on the keyboard. What you want to do is you want to go straight to where it says devices. And you might see, oh, I can't uncheck, or I can't check what I'm really looking for. And the reason why is because you want to make sure that you go to playback and recording and make sure this is set to Wasapi exclusive. All right. If you were set on ASIO, this particular mic configuration will not work on ASIO, and that's because it's going into your computer system. The computer system does not work with ASIO, not this particular sound card. Now, I also could do something totally different and either do this for another video. I can take a adapter and plug my 3/8, basically, or 1/8 inch cable straight into the adapter, and then plug that into my Focusrite, or I can plug into my Behringer, and then I can record that way. So whichever way works, but this is just for recording straight through the computer, no interface needed. So WDM, it'll work. MME will work, but these will all have the worst latency. If you want the best latency for it to be not quite zero latency, but it'll be a split second off from each other, and you'll see what I mean. So go to Wasapi exclusive. It takes a little while to load. Okay, and then once it loads, then you can press apply. Once you press apply, you can go to devices, and now you should be able to see in the inputs what we're looking for is microphone, Realtek, or audio, okay? And that is what my actual sound system is, or my sound card is in the computer. So Realtek or audio for input. Now you can do other inputs too as well. Now if you wanted to do more inputs, like say for instance, I still wanted to do my X-Air, I might be able to do that in this mode. So let's say if I wanted to do N for X-Air too as well. Or if I had the voice meter, which I haven't used in a long time. Now for the output, this is where you were saying you were having trouble, is you couldn't hear anything. You want to make sure it's set to speakers, Realtek, or audio. Now I have all of these checked. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I guess with this particular audio card, a sound card, you can route it different ways too as well. So which is cool. And then you want to go and you want to make sure that your driver settings, that latency is fast as it can go. Now I can take it all the way fast. Once you set it to fast, then you can go ahead and see if that's going to work for you. If you see that your computer is glitching or that you start to have audio dropouts, then bring that back towards safe. Okay. Remember that whenever you're trying to record, I would change the latency to fast or close to fast. And then if you're trying to deal with effects or anything like that, try to get to safe, like go all the way to safe, because the recording part, the latency you only need when you're recording. All right, press apply. Let's close this. Now I can go ahead and create an audio track. Gonna press Control T. All right, and there's my audio track. Simple, right? All right, what I failed to mention is that if you choose Wasapi exclusive, it's meaning that no other devices can use the sound source, only Cakewalk. And this is really weird. I didn't realize this while I was recording, but every time I had it set on my X-Air for the input, it was not coming through. So make sure you set it to Realtek audio, and you can go on the left or the right. And now when I'm talking, I can tap my microphone and you can tell that this is this mic because you see it peaking. So just so you know, it's not this particular mic that I'm actually recording on. Now, what happens when I change it to R? Yeah. No matter what, it's still gonna work. This is stereo, but I'm gonna keep it on L. You said that you could not hear the sound coming from your headphones. And right now I can't hear the sound either. This is what we need to do. We need to go to our settings for our master. So if you see that your Pro channel is up on the left side, just uncheck it at the top to hide it. And you want to go down to master. You want to make sure that your master is set to the Realtek Audio 1 and 2. All right. And once you click on that, now what we're going to do is we're going to click on what's called the input echo button. And that's going to allow you to hear the sound that's coming from the computer. All right. So just because we don't have a monitoring system, normally on the interface, you have a monitor system so you can actually hear what you're recording. But in this case, you can't. So, but when I turn this on, now I can hear that I'm actually, like, I sound really good. And you may not be able to hear what it sounds like, but yeah. And so I can be like, ooh, yeah. All right, so let's try to record something. Meanwhile, while we get this set up, let's duplicate this track. Go right click, duplicate track, and let's duplicate it 2 more times. All right. Now they're all on. We don't want to record on all of them. Okay. So let's just do this one. Let's put this at like 100 BPM. Now, one thing that I experience is that this microphone tends to pick up the headphones a little bit more. I guess it's very sensitive, because it's like a condenser mic basically. So it does, I mean, not a condenser mic, but maybe it's like a omnidirectional mic or some sort. It seems like it's picking up the click coming from my headphones. So you might hear a little click noise, but we'll see what we can figure out. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, 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 oh. Ho, 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 ho. All right, cool. We got some vocal parts going on. All right, once we have everything highlighted, we're gonna try splitting these. I like to split and like to do some fade in, so I'm gonna split about right here. Click where you want it to be, press S on the keyboard, split. All right. And these two. Once you select all of them, or these 3 rather, you can drag them in that way. Let's do it like right there. Okay. Same thing with this. I'm holding shift down to select them. Okay. So if you hold the shift button, it'll allow you to select multiple clips. All right. Do that there. This last one, I'm gonna do this here. All right. And then you already know what I'm getting ready to do. I can highlight all of these, Shift A, and then I can add some fade in and fades out to them, and it'll fade in everything. Now that I have everything chopped up, faded in, faded out the way I really want it to be, then I can go to Control A again, and then I can do bounce to clips. All right, I can right click or I can go up to clips, bounce to clips. All right, and you notice that it made it all one clip versus having multiple clips. This does help save on memory resources. All right, down at the bottom, there is a show hide bus pane. I'm gonna click on that and I'm gonna right click and then I can do insert stereo bus. Now that created another bus. Now I already had one created already. So let's use this one. It's called effects. And on here, I'm just gonna put a bunch of things on here. Let's put the VX64. Let's try using this tracking doubler. Might put a de-esser on it. I'm just presetting all this stuff up. Not really thinking about what I want it to sound like. Put a little compression on there. Might hear my laundry going because my wife just turned on the dryer. Oh well. All right, so let's say I got my EQ and stuff. I'm just gonna use this one plug-in just to make it sound a little better. Now what I'm gonna do is Control A, and while holding Control, I'm gonna take all these and I'm gonna change them from master, and then I'm gonna send them to effects. All right, and you notice it sent all 3 tracks to effects. Now when I get ready to play, okay, so you're gonna laugh about this, but while I was recording this Cakewalk project, you notice that I have a different shirt on. I had to go back and show you exactly what I recorded, because you heard me recording it, but you did not hear what I was listening to in those headphones. And the reason why is because I didn't have the output coming out of my Behringer, so it wasn't going into OBS. So I apologize for that, but I did want to go and show it to you at the very end. All right, so this is the first track, and I do have these all sent to a stereo bus. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and just mute that for right now so you can hear what the first part sounded like. Let's start from right here. Okay, and then I'll add the second part. And you can actually hear that clicking noise I was talking about for the metronome, but I was able to get most of it out. And then let's hear the tenor note. Okay. All right, so it's not perfect. That top note at the end is a little bit off, but it's okay. All right, so then I created this VX, and you saw this part already, but this is what it sounded like with that being on. And what I would probably do is bring that other part back down. So I just wanted to show you all that. I apologize for the recording not coming out the way I really wanted it to be. All right. All right, there you go, you all. It sounds so much better. Look, this, and I keep bumping into my mic with this other mic. This is just like this headset recording this. Is it going to be the best microphone sound ever? No, it's not. But you can definitely get the job done, and I can keep retweaking this and make it sound even better and better and better. So let me know in the comments if you want me to actually record a song like using something like this. I'm down for it. I will do it if you put me up to the challenge. If you like content like this, exploring Cakewalk by Bandlab and any other digital audio workstation, because I'm going to start venturing into some other things too as well, especially as the new Cakewalk Next and the Cakewalk Sonar return. Those are going to be awesome. They may be paid, but I am going to try to get them, and I'm going to try to learn them and see what's different so that way I can share it with you all.